Okay guys, I think everything is working now. I've tried to make this video like 3 times. I got distracted because I wanted to have a matcha, so I've just ordered it and it's coming. The doorbell's probably going to go in like 15 minutes. So good living in India because everything comes to the door, so you can like order it and in 10 or 15 minutes somebody will literally bring it to the door, and that's kind of like always what I miss about India when I'm not living in the country. But yeah, I just wanted to sit today and talk to you guys about how I'm feeling recently, the kind of things that I'm thinking about, or like what I'm going through. And like, yeah, I feel like I'm in like a very exciting transitional phase. To be honest, me being a Scorpio, I always feel like I'm in a transitional phase. Like I just always feel like I'm transitioning into something new, like I'm going through something interesting recently. There's a lot of changes that are happening, and this is the first time that I've lived alone since I lived in Dubai, which was years ago. And yeah, it was like a really weird time for me back then because I just lost my dad, and I don't really talk about that often. I don't actually talk about it at all. I don't like to talk about it, especially on social media. But it was just a very dark time for me at that time. I laugh when, like, I laugh in the face of trauma. So if you see me smiling when I'm talking about traumatic things, that's just how I deal with it. But yeah, so basically that was a really tough time. This is the first time that I've lived by myself, so I feel like I'm learning so much about myself. Obviously, a few years have gone by since that happened and since I was living alone. So now it's like, it's just like I'm relearning things about myself, but not even as the old version of me, as a new version of me that's done so much work on myself since the time that I last lived alone. So it's like in a new kind of phase of life right now where it's just my energy. I'm not living with anyone, especially in this apartment. I'm completely alone, which is really nice because it kind of gives me the space to kind of literally just be in my own energy without anything or anyone around me and no distractions. And this morning I even put a limit on my Instagram because I just don't want to be scrolling through reels and people's stories, and I'm not even really looking at anything. I'm just doing it like for the sake of it, and I just want to just get rid of all outside distractions and just go back to being myself, really. I think by doing that, I've definitely worked towards resetting my nervous system because I think there's so much going on in the world. Obviously, there's so many things happening. There were recently like a lot of protests happening in India and a lot of stuff, and it's been really intense in terms of the energy here. And then like all of us have things going on. Like I don't think there's one person that doesn't have something going on. So there's always kind of things happening. But when you kind of quieten down and just sit by yourself and you're in your own energy without any distractions, it's really telling of like how far you've come on your journey. And yeah, I think it's good to just kind of sit down and reflect on things that maybe have changed a lot in the last year. So the whole year has just like flown by. And if you had told me when I was living at home that all this stuff was going to happen, like everything that I've been through since I left my mum's house, I would have told you like I'm not going. If you had told me what would have happened in the first 5 days, I would have told you that I'm not going. Like I literally would have just been like, I'm not going, like I'm not leaving. But I think it's really interesting because I've been through the most since I've left the house in terms of like, new airports. I've moved so many times. Like I want to try and count how many times I've moved, but I'm just going to put the number in the video. And then on top of that, every single week, staying in a hotel. I'm constantly living out of a suitcase. But had you told me that I would be doing that when I left my mom's house, I would be like, I'm not going. I know myself. And then I went through like JFK for the first time in New York. I did the domestic flight from New York to LA, and then there were just so many things, guys. Like it's literally been a roller coaster, and that's just my living situation, let alone like all the people I've seen, all the faces I've seen, all the different personality types, the protests that's been going on here, so many things happening, things going on back home, things happening internally, me processing things that I went through years ago around the time that my dad passed away, you know, because it's obviously brought back a lot of memories just being here by myself in another country, because that's a lot. Like after that happened, I just ran home and I didn't leave my house for 4 years, but now I've like come out of that kind of phase, and like I'm back into like living in other places. So yeah, it's honestly been so much to process, and there's like new things every day. But I'm just so proud of myself of how much I've embraced the journey. I've embodied the journey. I'm just like, I don't care. Like it gets to a point where you go through so many shifts and changes, not even each day, but several times a day. Because when you leave the house here to go and do one thing, like I left this morning to get my passport pictures taken, it's like not a smooth process. Like you go to the place and then they'll send you to another place. My new phone contract, like I wanted to get a new contract, like to change the provider. But what happens is with women here, if they look at you and they don't like you, then they just will be like, no. So yesterday I went to get my phone done here. I went to change the provider and the woman was like, yeah, the service is down. And I could literally see someone having their phone provider changed right next to me, but she was like, yeah, it's down. So it's like, because she had the power, it's like, yeah, for you, the server's down. So it's just like, then you have to go somewhere else because she just didn't want to serve me because she was just being mean. And that happens a lot here. But unfortunately, like it is really sad that they've kind of not caught up, I think, to like just being nice to other women. They just don't get it. There's a lot of like I've experienced it from other people, that there's a lot of insecurity. So just things like that. I ended up like on a whole 2-hour mission yesterday just trying to get my phone sorted. So it's like, when this is constantly happening, like you're constantly on the go, things are moving, things are shifting, and you don't know what each day is going to look like, you just hit a point where you're like I literally don't care. Like I can't explain it, but I feel like I'm at the point now where anxiety is afraid of me, because I'm just like, I've been through so much. I feel like in all the 4 years that I hibernated at home, I had to go through everything in 1 year, and it hasn't been negative. I haven't been through anything bad. I've actually had like such a good time here. I feel like I said, I've really embraced the change, and I've really embraced like everything about the journey. But I feel like I've lived 4 years in like not even a year. And I do believe to fight anxiety, sometimes you just have to throw yourself in the deep end and be like, you know what, I'm just going to do this. And once you do it, you're just like, okay, next. And I probably won't even realize how much I've done until I do visit my mum's house again and I'm like back in my room and I'm thinking, how did I even do all of that? But yeah, I am really proud of myself for how much I've embraced the journey. And I feel like I always do. Like I know I'm quite a strong person. So yeah, I feel like I was just resting and getting my energy back when I was at home. And now I'm kind of like back in the zone of like being free, which is me. Like I'm just a free spirit. Like I have to kind of fly and soar and like do my own thing. And I like being in the unknown, and I like having new experiences. I don't like life looking all the same. Like that just doesn't work for me. I like things just constantly being different. So yeah, it's been really interesting, and I just wanted to come on here and kind of say that to you guys, because I just feel like I was such a ball of anxiety a few years ago after I went through certain things. Had I not kind of just pushed myself into the deep end, I wouldn't have overcome this anxiety, because I had a lot of fear. I feel like fear is also something that exists in my bloodline, and it has existed for generations. And I get that. Like everybody above me in my bloodline, it was like very fight or flight. So I do feel like I've kind of broken that cycle, because I just don't care anymore. I'm actually at the point where I enjoy not knowing what's going to happen next. Instead of fearing it, I'm just like, oh, actually, like it's exciting. But to get to that point is insane, especially for someone like me that was just always like, got to control this, got to control that, this has got to be this way, that's got to be that way. Like I was very much like micromanaging my own life and myself and like my emotions. I feel like on this trip I've just free fallen, and I feel like the universe caught me. Like I've really had great experiences. I've met amazing people. I've also met some not so amazing people, but that's okay, because I've also met amazing people. And I believe that like anyone that I've kind of met along my journey at any point, even if it's people that haven't been so nice or haven't been so great or have taken advantage or like anything like that, I always believe and truly know that it is for my greater good. It's either like they're mirroring to you what you could have been, and that you just don't want to be like that. So it's almost like, wow, like I could have been like that and I've turned out like this, so that's like for my benefit. Or it's like they're teaching you something. So yeah, I've definitely done a good job at raising my vibration and my frequency, and I feel really good, to be honest. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about that, because I do believe that it is really tough sometimes. Like, if I could look at myself 4 years ago to where I am now, like I said, I wouldn't have probably wanted to leave or do things. And I feel like sometimes you've just got to like throw yourself in the deep end. And I always say, and I've said this many times before on my channel, that I believe that the way to conquer confidence and to become more confident, it's not through motivation or like talking or thinking, it's by doing. So I think you have to do, like, even throughout my day, like small things, sometimes I don't want to do them. Like today I was like, I just want to spend the whole day in my apartment, order food in, cook or whatever. Like, I just don't want to go out. And then this morning I was like, right, I'm getting ready and I'm going to go do my passport pictures because I know I need them. That feeling of like doing it, going there, having got it done, it might be something small, and like, but then coming home, you feel so accomplished and you feel more confident that, yeah, I could do that again. Also, like if I go to Pilates, I'll just, because I'm out, I'll be like, okay, I'm going to go pick up my new SIM card, but it's because I'm out anyway. So it's like, it has a knock on like domino effect of like, I've done this, now I can do that. So I think that is with life as well. You have to just constantly kind of prove to yourself that you can do things. If I look at all the things I've done so far in life, I literally feel like I could do anything. Like at this point of my life, with the amount of stress that I've had with my circumstances and things like that, that I've gone through in my personal life or my family life or just anything, I could literally do anything. And that's because I've never given up, and I just continued to go and go and go and like be like, no, fall down, get back up, fall down, get back up. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because I feel like it's important to share. It's an important message to share of like how to overcome anxiety. I definitely think through action and just free falling, and I know it's like really easy to say, but I have done it. And yeah, it might not be easy the first time that you do it and you're like, okay, I'm gonna jump. It's like so terrifying. I've had to use so many things to like get me through certain situations, like meditations, words of affirmation, my flower essences, which have like helped me a lot, just anything and everything to get me to that point. But then once you do it, it just becomes so easy. It's also the same with like living out of a suitcase. You're like, oh, how am I going to do it? It's going to be so annoying. And you can just do it. Once you start doing it, it becomes like second nature. Like just anything that you think you can't do, like moving apartments, being in a new space, you're like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to feel settled. And then a few days in, you feel amazing and you're like, oh, I've made like a little home out of this and it's really cute. So yeah, I just feel like we can literally do anything, like anything that we put our minds to, and nothing's impossible. And I'm not like preaching, and this isn't like a motivational speech. This is like seriously like what I've been through. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I thought it'd be cool to like sit down and talk and for us to catch up. And yeah, let me know, like I say always, whatever you guys want to see on my channel. I'm gonna get settled in a new place in like about a week or so. So once I'm settled, I want to start making more like home content, room content, and what I eat in a day, how I work out, how I look after myself, and things like that, when I am looking after myself a little bit better than I am now, because I am between places. So yeah, we've got all that to look forward to, and I will see you guys so soon in my next video. Thank you for watching, especially the people that are watching regularly. I see your likes and comments and like messages and stuff like that, and I really appreciate it. That's my matcha. And that is literally how easy it is to get a matcha in India. That's what I was saying. If there's anything in particular that you guys want to see, but yeah, more than that, like I always say that anyway, because I do want to like make this a space that people like to come back to, and I do want to build like somewhat of a community, because I think, because I'm traveling and I'm constantly alone, it will be really nice for me to have an online community as well. And the comments and stuff, they do like brighten up my day, and they really do make me smile. But I just wanted to thank everybody that is like continuously watching. And yeah, I can see that there are like a few people that do consume my content on a regular basis. So I just wanted to say thank you for following my journey and watching and supporting. I know there's like a couple of you that have been watching me since I made the DNA video years ago. The video went viral and I like got rid of it. But yeah, that's just like insane that there's people that have been following me for so long. So yeah, that must have been like 10 years ago. Crazy. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I really appreciate you being here, and I will see you guys in my next video.